things. The first one is how I personalized this awesome zipper pouch from 651 Vinyl. And I used their black composition notebook printed HTV. Look how awesome that looks. It comes in a couple colors, so you don't have to use black, but I'll tell you what, the black looks awesome on this hot pink pouch. They have plain pouches, they have pattern pouches. If you haven't seen them, what are you waiting for? Go check them out, they're awesome. I'm also going to show you in Design Space how you can use attach and slice to get almost the same result. But I'm also going to tell you when you can use attach and when you can't, and when you need to use slice instead. So let's jump into Design Space and I'll show you that, and then we'll get this super cute zipper pouch made. So we're over here in Design Space and I'm going to show you a few different things. I'm going to show you how I make sure that my sizing is going to be correct for a project, as well as use some different design elements to show you how I achieve it. So since I'm putting the decal on the zipper pouch from 651 Vinyl, I went ahead and measured that. And under the zipper to the end on each side, it's about 4.5 inches tall by 8.5 inches long. So what I do is I take a shape, usually a square, because that for some reason is usually the shaped projects that I always do. Not sure why. And I'm going to go ahead and change that. So I just change it to 8.5 by 4.5. That way I know everywhere that I can put something and it's going to fit. I usually do this with everything I do. Just for me, it helps prevent wasting materials, as well as making things too big or too small. You can leave the square any color you want. You can change it to your material color. You can change it to anything you need. So I have the pink zipper pouch, so I'll go ahead and change this to pink. It's kind of a darker pink than what I have, but that's okay. And then I'm going to show you how I kind of create my own little image here. Now I use Cricut Access. I use a lot of their images, so I do have all of those. So I'm going to quick search some images and get them out. So because I'm making the hello, my name is decal to go on the front of the sticker pouch, I'm going to look for a rounded square. I don't want pointy edges. I want rounded edges. So I'm just going to go through here and find one that I like. This one looks good. I'm going ahead to insert that. And then I just change the size of it. So here, that's where it's going to help to know the size of your project. So I have my square, which is hiding. I'm not sure. There it is. It went all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to take my square. I'm going to unlock it. And I'm going to kind of move it around. These tags are usually more long than tall. So if you think about that big in the middle of the zipper pouch, looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now you can hide your square because you're not going to need that. So if you notice the hello, my name is tags, it has a solid color around the outside, and then it has the white in the middle. So this is where I'm going to show you how you can use attach as well as slice to kind of achieve the same results, as well as where you would use attach and where you would use slice. And we're going to use both of those in this particular image. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate my square here, and I'm going to size it down to something that would look good for that open area. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to center it, so you can select both, and you can go ahead and go to a line and center horizontally, and that's going to go ahead and put it right there in the middle. I think this part up here should probably be a little bigger, so I'm going to make this a little taller. I'm going to move this down. Something, if you didn't know, that you can do to keep your items aligned is, if I take this, I can move it all over just like this. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep it centered where I had it before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my object, and I'm going to hold down my shift key, and then if I just move it up and down, it's not going to move to the side. If I want to move it to the side, it's not going to move up or down. So that's a fun way to keep everything aligned So I'm going to go ahead and realign that, make sure it's still in the middle because I moved it off to the side. So now I think I have a pretty good spot to put the words at the top. So I'm going to leave that square there because I'm going to show you how we can do this using slice and attach. So I'm going to go ahead and type out my hello, my name is. We're going to put that here. We're just going to do a simple font. We're going to make it a little smaller. And then when I cut this out, so this is going to be sliced out of it, so it's going to show pink through the composition vinyl that I have, which is going to look super cute. So I'm going to center that, just like that. You see that I hid that square? That's just so I didn't recenter anything off, because I want it centered to the outside square. So I'm going to go ahead and put this, my name, space, maybe, name is, and then this is usually pretty small on the name tag, so we're going to put this way smaller than the first one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold my shift key, select the first item, which is the hello. That's what I want selected, and you can see when something else gets selected over here. So two things got selected. So I just want this and I want hello. So now you can see over here that's what I have selected, and that's what I'm going to center it to. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach that together so it doesn't move. So here is where you would see a good example of how you can use attach to make your words cut out of your image, or where you would need to use slice. So here, if I wanted it just like this and I wanted to write my name in the middle square here, I could select all of this and hit attach, and when that cuts out, all you're going to be left with is this outside square. This will be gone, and so will all the letters, just like it would if I were to have hit slice. However, I don't want to do that because I'm going to put my name in that middle square here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to select my letters here, and I'm going to hide them so they're gone. So then I'm going to slice this out. So now I'm going to use the slice feature here to make that box go away. So now you can clear your layers, and now that box is gone. And then when I bring my letters back in, now what I would do is attach these. Let's bring them back to the front. I would attach these to this tag, and then it's going to cut those letters out, but I don't have to slice it. So attaching your words to an image or a shape or anything like that will give you the same result as slicing will in most cases. But like we have here, because I want to put my name here, we wouldn't be able to do that, because if I left that square and then put my name on top of it and hit attach, it's going to cut out of this square, and then this whole square is still going to cut out, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to find a pretty text for my name. We'll go ahead and put my name in there. We'll find something which will likely not be a Cricut font, because none of them are very pretty to me. One of my favorites is the King Basil font. I don't know why, but it is like for sure my go-to font. So we're going to go ahead and get that changed. It's thinking about it. It might do it. Maybe. Okay, so the font decided to change. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my letters moved together so they look like a script font should. Now you can do this two different ways. You can use your letter spacing up here, and you can hit these arrows and you can move them closer together, and you can keep hitting the arrows and hope that your letters line up the way that you want them. Or my favorite way to do it is going over here to advanced and ungrouping to letters and moving them on my own. This way I know that there aren't going to be letters that are overlapping a lot versus a little because of the way the font is. So I ungrouped them. I'm going to select one letter, and I'm going to hold down my shift key and slide it over. And I'm just going to keep doing that for all of these letters until they are where I want them. Now you don't have to hold that shift key and keep them aligned the way they are. You can move them however you want. Using the shift key, like I said, will keep it on the same path as it was originally, and we'll keep it lined up. Fonts like these aren't a straight line, so if you want to move them up or down, you absolutely can. So now that I have them all touching, I'm going to select all of those and weld them. That is an absolute necessity when you move your letters over with a script font. So we're going to get it sized in here. We're going to move it to the center, just like that. That looks good. So now that this is all where it's at, I'm going to select all of this and I'm going to attach it. Now, when I do that, when it cuts, it's going to cut all of this white and it's going to leave my name in the middle, and then it's going to cut out each one of these letters from the original tag, so that way that pink is going to show through the vinyl. So we have this done. I'm going to go ahead and send this through my machine to cut, and I'll bring you right back to the workstation. I'm going to show you how it cuts out, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like once we stick it on this zipper pouch, and it looks super cute for back to school. I don't go to school. I go to school sometimes with my kiddo, but it's still super cute. And who doesn't love a composition notebook print? I think it's awesome. Okay, so my design cut out, and I have everything here that I'm going to need to get it pressed on. So I have my design, I have my tools, and I have my transfer mask. This is something that you absolutely have to use if you're using printed pattern HTV. If you order from 651, before you can add it to your cart, you have to select yes or no if you want to add it. So it's pretty hard to miss. If you don't have it and you've used another sheet of iron-on recently, you can use the carrier sheet from that. That will work. And you can reuse these pieces of the transfer mask. So if you buy one sheet, it's probably going to last you a while. I use the same sheet often. So I'm going to go ahead and weed this out and show you how it cut. And I'm going to show you, again, where we attached and where we sliced. So it cut out exactly the way we needed it to. So this box here, this box is where we sliced. We sliced the box out of the middle of the tag. Then we attached the name to the inside. So I'm going to use my weeding ring here to get all these little pieces so they're not hanging out on my desk. Weed out the inside of the letters and the name here. Best tools ever when it comes to weeding are the pen and the weeding ring. It makes it super convenient. And they're really easy to empty. You literally just grab everything out of there or flip it inside out. So this box here is where we sliced. That's how it turned out. So we sliced that box out and then we attached the name. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull these letters, and these letters are the ones that we just attached. So as you can see, when I pull them off, they're coming out the same way they would if I would have sliced them out. So using attach instead of slice sometimes is a option for you. It does turn out the same way in these instances. Like I said, you wouldn't have been able to do that with this box because you wanted to put a name in it. If I would have attached that inside box with the name, it would have cut the name out of the box and then the box would have come out. So that wouldn't have worked. So we're going to go ahead and get all the rest of these letters out. I'll show you again what it looks like, and then we will press it on. I have my Easy Press heated and it's ready to go. I used the small one for this because it's pretty convenient. It's the perfect size to press on these little bags. So we're going to get that. So you can see here that the name, let's see if it'll look better here. Oh, it'll look better on the pink. We'll do it on the pink. You can see where the letters cut out. And at the top there, that's where we attached those letters. And this is where we sliced the box. So it will come out the right way. I promise. If you do it this way, it will turn out right. So I'm going to go ahead and take my transfer mask and I'm going to stick it on there and pull my design up. This is why you do not mirror printed pattern HTV, because if you do, then it will turn out backwards. Because it doesn't have a carrier sheet on it, you have to add it, which means if you put the pattern side down and you mirror it like you would, once you put this on and you pull it up, it's going to be backwards. Most HTVs come with the carrier sheet already on it, which is why you cut them that way. But for this, it's always something to remember. Now, I burnished both sides. When you add this transfer mask, it's really important to get a really good burnish on it to make sure it does come up and it doesn't stretch or peel. So we're going to burnish that down. Like that. And then you'll be able to peel that transfer mask and you'll be able to pull it right off of that backing sheet. So it's kind of like using adhesive vinyl when you use your transfer paper or your transfer tape and you pull it off and put it onto your item. So I'm going to go ahead and set it there. We're going to get it lined up and centered. Just like this. Looks pretty good. Now something that you want to keep in mind, because I have the small easy press, it's going to sit right on here and it's not going to make much of a difference. But if you do have a larger heat press that is going to cover that zipper, a pressing pillow would be very helpful for you in that situation because it's going to raise your pressing area a little higher than that zipper is. That way it's not going to get caught on that zipper and it's going to make sure you get this top part, because that's where it won't press, is this top part here if you close it. But the small easy press fits on it just fine. So I have my easy press heated up to 300 degrees for 15 seconds, and that awesome cutter setting document that I referred to earlier is here. I have mine printed out, so you can see here once you get to the heat transfer portion, it does say there's your printed pattern HTV. It tells you what to cut it on, what to press it on, how long, and how warm. So we're going to go ahead and press this on for 15 seconds at 300 degrees. Go ahead and set it right on top of there. You don't need too much pressure with the printed pattern. It is a medium pressure and it is a warm peel. So with the easy press, I just kind of hold it on here real quick. With your heat press, you'll be able to adjust your pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and let this heat. We are done. So it is pressed and we're going to go ahead and peel it off. Peel it carefully. These pencil pouches are neoprene, which is the same kind of material as like a can cooler. So that's what they feel like. They're pretty awesome. They're a little different than other pencil pouches that are plasticky or anything like this. So this is something that's going to hold up for a while. Go ahead and peel there. All right, just like that. So that pattern is super fun on there. The composition print is super cute. It does come in a couple different colors too. So if you don't want to use the black, you can use other colors. If you haven't gone on the website to check out these awesome pencil pouches, they do have the plain and they have a couple different awesome looking patterns. So there's a lot of possibilities for these pencil pouches. Perfect for back to school, which some have already started. We don't start here for a couple of weeks, but something to get prepared for. You can use these for makeup bags. You can use them for, you know, something like a traveling first aid kit or anything like that. The personalization on here can be anything you want, and they're really good quality. They're going to hold up. They're just like a can cooler. So simple, easy, fast, and it looks amazing. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video, which there will be tons coming soon. Lots of fun new stuff. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.